Welcome, Liz Kimmins, Councillor Liz Kimmins, Sinn Féin Councillor. And how are you settling in?
Not too bad, Rowan. It's busy, so it's baptism of fire nearly, but we're getting there.
Baptism of fire. And then you'll get very, very used to it, and then everything will change again. Have you met any of the guys and girls from the far east, so to speak, out by Downpatrick?
Yeah, the meetings have started up with Downpatrick.
And are they okay?
Yeah, we're all getting on great.
That's good.
There's a big council now, so...
It is. But it's so odd, actually, to appreciate a council where we have people from Strangford on it and people from Downpatrick on it.
Yeah,
we're never used to it.
It's big change.
Big change indeed. Liz, you have concerns at the moment about a high level of joy riding on the Dublin Road.
Mm-hmm.
Where on the Dublin Road are we talking about?
Well, Ron, it would be by the Cartdale from around there, that stretch of the road right over the border then.
So it's the no man's land.
It's the old Dublin Road.
The old Dublin Road.
Yeah, it seems to be a major problem there now.
And has joy, first of all, it's a misnomer, joy riding. It's nothing to do with joy. Well, people are tortured by it and cars are stolen to do it, you know. Yeah. And have we had accidents so far?
Well, we've actually just at the weekend there was an accident in Dundalk. Now, I can't say if they're related, but it's a similar type activity where there was young people doing donuts and things like that, and they actually crashed into a house. So, you know, it's a good example of what can happen, and that was without anybody being injured, thank God. But
yes.
You know,
but it's just as easy.
There's a huge potential there, and the occupants of the house, you know, were left very shaken up. It's 3:30 in the morning.
Of course.
So
3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you get a motor car through your front door, almost. You know.
Yeah. There's significant damage done.
Goodness gracious.
It is. It's a very serious problem.
So what have you done about it? Have you been talking to people about it?
This isn't a new issue, Rowan. You know, it did happen a number of years ago.
In the same area.
In the same area. And
see, it's ready made for it, isn't it?
See, it's a stretch of road there. So, and it's fairly quiet now compared to, you know, some of the other roads, which maybe is why it attracts this type of activity. But you know, it doesn't make it any easier. You know. Well, what we have done in the last instance, the community came together there, the safety group around that area and the PSNI and that, and really stood up to it, and it did seem to resolve the issue for a while.
How does a community stand up to people who come in the middle of the night and go mad on roads?
Well, you see, it isn't really in the middle of the night. It's about 10:30 in the evening it starts, you know, so people...
10:30 is my middle of the night. I'm sorry about that.
But what I'm saying is the community showed that they weren't accepting it, and I think that's a message they're still trying to put out there, and we are working hard to try and to put an end to it. From a perspective as councillors, myself and Mickey Larkin have been working alongside our colleague Jim Loughlin in County Louth. And we have met with the guards just last Tuesday. Myself and Jim met with Jerry Curley in Dundalk and explained the difficulties. Now, they are obviously aware of it, and they are focusing their attention on it. But we've asked, you know, for a joint approach between the PSNI and the guards there. I've spoken to the South Armagh team as well. So, you know, there is a coordinated approach there, but, you know, there's only so much they can do at the minute.
Where are they getting the cars?
Well, some of them are their own cars. You know, because a lot of spectators come to watch as
spectators?
Yeah.
They'll be taking bets on it next.
Well, that's it. But, you know, it does attract a crowd as well for people coming to watch. So it's causing massive problems for anybody trying to use the road. The road's barricaded a lot of the time. Cars can't get up and down. You know,
when you say it's barricaded, what does that mean?
Well, it's closed off because
these people close the road off. Hey, guards, hey, PSNI, are you asleep? Have you gone to Mars? Because if a road's barricaded, I'm a cop, I'll see it's barricaded, I'll deal with it.
Well, what the thing is about, because of the location, the cars can speed off very quickly.
Yes.
You know, so that is a problem as well. But we are trying to encourage both police and the guards to target their resources to that area until this problem stops.
So you went to see Jerry and the guards in Dundalk. What did he say?
Well, obviously they're aware that this is a serious problem, and I think you know, the incidents over the weekend will have really emphasised that. You know, and they have agreed to pay particular attention on the nights that it happens. It seems to be mainly a Thursday night, Friday and Saturday sometimes as well.
What's the cops in in South Armagh saying
Yeah,
the PSNI.
the same. You know, they've targeted it. It's got to a stage now that I think that we need to be stopping some of these cars. You know, it's not enough just a presence in the area, and we have made that very clear before. You know, it's for the good of everybody.
Yeah.
Someone is going to get injured, whether it's a driver or a pedestrian or someone driving up that road. You know, and something needs to be done, and
Why
quickly.
wouldn't they be stopping them? You know, give chase and stop, because it seems a natural thing. If you're a policeman, you stop bad cars and bad drivers.
Oh yeah, and that has been highlighted as well. So I think because we've kind of brought this to the fore now, and brought it to the attention of how serious it is, because obviously they can't be everywhere at all times. But you know, because we have an idea of the times and things, then it's easier for them to focus their attention on it.
Keep an eye on it and then nab them.
And let alone, you know, without the dangers, the noise and the nuisance of it as well for anybody living in that area is
appalling.
It's very bad too. So,
well, do people in the area, for instance, if it's going on, and I'm sitting in my lounge looking down at the road or out at the road and I see it happening, would people be disposed to make a phone call to the cops?
Well, yes, of course. And we would encourage that, you know, that people will, and it'll allow the police and that to know that it's happening. So, as I say, we're continue to work on it anyway, and we are working together, which I think is most important because of the area that it's happening in. Yeah. So, it would be appealing to those that are taking part in this activity to stop and
wise up,
to think of not only themselves but the people around them, and if anything were to happen, you know, it is a very serious potential there for somebody to get killed.
Here, this is real councillors' work, isn't it?
As opposed to
sitting just in jaw all the time. But you're out there, you're making a difference in the community.
Well, that's what it's about, Rowan, and I think that's what my electorate voted me in for.
Yeah.
So
how long have you been involved in politics?
Well, I was co-opted in January.
In January, you remind me.
Yeah.
But I mean, when did it? But before that, were you a member of the party? Were you with Sinn Féin from school days almost?
I know, well, I was a member of a party, so then it's evolved very quickly now over the past number of months. Yeah. And now we're into the new council, so
what's making it good for you?
Well, I'm a people person, Rowan. I love working with people and working with the community and working for the community. Something I've always been involved in. So, you know, I think when you enjoy that, it makes it a lot easier.
You're a young woman, so I feel entitled to ask you, how old are you?
26.
So you're only, but I mean, at 26, you're talking with great maturity here. I now see why you were elected.
Okay.
There is a strength in you, and you know the right buttons to press. You go to Dundalk, you go to the PSNI, you go to the community. Wow, those are part of the formula for getting things done.
Yeah, well, that's what we're about. So hopefully that will continue and get better as we move on and get a wee bit more experience.
Great stuff. We're going to play you a bit of music now. Thanks very much for coming in. Not at all. Andrew will now play some music. Thanks, Liz. Liz Kimmins from Sinn Féin with us this morning.